All right, we back for another episode. It's the final episode of the first season of the Stuck in My Thoughts podcast. I'm here with Tobi Amusan, Asia Jinks, and Maia McCoy. Ladies, thank y'all for being on the show.
Yeah, of course.
So we're going to start this thing off right. You guys are all phenoms on the track. So we're going to start off first with on the track. So we see track and field as a great sport in all of our eyes, but it really doesn't get the recognition that we all feel like it deserves. So what do y'all think track needs to do to, elevate itself up there with like football and basketball? We're going to start with you.
Pretty much I feel like they should have more like publicity when it comes to, promoting the meet, not just when it comes down to the wire, and they just want to, put it out there a week before. People have to, plan ahead and then, get ready to come watch their favorites compete.
Yeah. What about you, Asia?
I agree. I think that there needs to be a little bit more interaction as far as promotion, as Tobi said. We don't really get recognition of, oh, hey, we have a meet this weekend until maybe 2 days before.
Yeah.
People like to plan ahead. Basketball games, football games, weeks in advance. So I think that if the promotion was there and if we got a little bit more interactive, like how they do little things, before those games, that would definitely probably help.
Yeah.
I agree with what both of them said. Definitely more promotion. And I thought something that might can spice it up is, can we do sports betting? Like, I have friends that love the sports bet, gamble. They got DraftKings. They got, what's the other one called? FanDuel.
FanDuel,
Track on
DraftKings,
FanDuel.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet that Tobi going to win.
Yep.
Wait, can I bet since I'm actually competing?
No.
Anyway, but
hypothetically
Hypothetically.
I just can bet on it, and then because I know I have a friend, he never watched hockey until he started betting on hockey. So it'll make more people who has never watched track get them more interested and tuned in to track, because they're gonna see if who they pick to win, pick to win their money on, gonna win.
Yeah. Anytime people like putting their money on something, they're gonna be much more attached to it. Yeah. So I feel like they need that.
Like I got money on this.
Yeah, I got money on this, so you gotta come with it.
You better run fast.
Personally,
or jump far. Something.
Personally, I think that's all good, but one thing I think it needs to be an attraction factor. Like you saw Noah Williams and Noah Lyles pulling up to that Grand Prix meet in New York. They got out the car. They was all like flying dressed up.
Right.
You see the NBA, like when the NBA players come, they all dressed up doing something different. I think you need to bring a sense of energy, like a personality, because people, they see you running like, okay, but what about your personality? Like in the basketball game, it's super long. Like you're gonna be able to see their personality much more. People getting texts, people doing stuff. You may run a race. It's 12 seconds, about to be 11 pretty soon. Watch out.
Watch out.
I'm gone.
You know what I'm saying? But that's so quick. Like the only emotion you can show is pretty much afterwards. So I feel like we need to start getting fans and other people attached to the sport long term, because every kid pretty much is doing track. They're gonna do track like in middle school or high school. So everybody I talk to, like even if they're not an athlete, they're gonna be, oh yeah, I did track growing up. We need to keep them watching, because a lot of people that play basketball, they ain't going to the league, but they're gonna keep up with it their entire time.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Now, if track was a little bit more interesting, I guess in the aspect of they trash talk or celebration-wise, like that's not really common in our sport. So I wonder if that's something where like you said, a race is 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 9 seconds, whatever it may be. If we're able to actually show our emotions, and because a lot of times people finish their race and walk off the track, or they're immediately getting interviewed.
Tired.
So,
they should stop doing that, please.
Hard breathing, like
that.
but like if we were able to show a little bit more passion, I feel like maybe it would be a little bit more interesting to watch, and that would bring people to watch our sport.
I will say, as somebody doing track, obviously, I feel like the time that I was really like, oh, that's tough, is when Noah Lyles did that thing to Erriyon 90 at that point. I was like, okay, now this is what we need.
It's
like
exciting.
more people.
They see that as a form of love. You're so proud.
Yeah.
But I mean, as an athlete, I feel disrespected if my competitor does that to me. But I feel like that's what brings the energy in the sport.
Yeah. 4x1 between Houston and LSU.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that. It got me excited. I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah. that was tough, but like,
Then it created the rivalry where everybody wants to see
Yeah,
and
everybody wants
everybody
to see
tune into
that.
the 4x1. They want to
if
see.
it takes a little bit of, disrespect to the competition to bring more attention to the sport in general, I think that's what it needs, because there was a lot of people that saw that and was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm ready for the next
Right,
one.
like,
I'm
what's
ready
the
for
next meet? I'm tuned in.
People need to get ready for like, oh, we want to see the rematch. People need to be expecting and anticipating that. And it just makes it all the more better for you, because you're going into a meet like, okay, we got eyes on us.
Yeah.
People ready.
Because I know you have like your regular rivalries, like, oh, this person's going against this person. Like, okay, like, we know they both fast. What's going to happen? Because
Yeah.
track is a sport where anything can happen.
Yeah,
you
it
don't
is.
know. If you're not on your P's and Q's that day,
You can, yeah.
it's wrapped. So
Track is this, is this, and that's the biggest thing. Like, and shifting from that, like talking about bringing the attention, it helps the athletes. Like, but it also makes you have to get ready. And what I wanted to talk about was the mental preparation of it all. Everybody knows track and field athletes. I believe, aside from something like gymnastics, it's so strenuous on the body. Like, everybody knows. They may not know what it takes.
don't.
Like,
Right.
yeah, it takes a
don't think
whole
they
lot,
do.
like day to day, and you starting months before we even hit the track or see the track. And what do you guys think about the mental preparation being just as, if not more important than the physical?
In all honesty, I would say it's more on the higher side when it comes to a physical aspect, because, we put our body through 6 hours of training every single day for 6 days in a week. And you can be the most fittest person in a race, and mentally you just get distracted by this person is faster than me, she's in lane 3, or this person is a great starter, she's in lane 5, I'm in lane 4. That few moments of doubt ruins everything, And then with my kind of event, it's like you need 100% focus. It's either something goes right or wrong. There ain't no in between. So it's like the mental part, I feel like, is just as important, if not more, because you've already done the work. Now, when you show up at a track meet, it's more of who is the toughest.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not about being the toughest. Let me tell you, I've been on every championship final you can say. It's not about who is the toughest. It's who wants it and who can like relax and calm down in most of the race scenarios and just try and execute and have fun. It's easy to say to have fun at a track meet. It is hard. Coach can tell you everything you want to hear coming out of the warm-up pitch, going into the quorum. You got this, you've trained hard, and you going in there hyped and stuff like that. Yeah. And you step on the line, and they're like, Tobi Amusan of Nigeria. You see that 2 seconds for introduction?
Yeah.
It's like,
right. Your heart about to come out your chest.
it's like
just
everything
builds
coach
up.
tells you, you're not even thinking about that right now. You're like, oh, I got this person, that person. I just want to get out and go. It's so many stuff, but in as much as we practice physicality when it comes to our strength level, I feel like I practice, it's more of a practicing how to, stay calm. Most times when y'all see me training, it's more of, I do my little talking in my head.
Yep, for sure.
Exactly.
I be trying to take from her, like, you said what?
So it's like, what I do at training is what I do at track meet. So when you see me out there, I'm not crazy. I do this every day, especially when I have like huddle practices. I have repeat 300s. I know those are not my favorite, but it's like, you got this. You're the best. You got to do it. Right. That self-affirmative talk in your head kind of gets you going. So when you get to a track meet, you know what to say to calm yourself down and not put yourself under unnecessary pressure.
Right.
So it's really important to be like mentally tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, those personal positive affirmations are definitely important. And somebody like myself, like my journey with track has been a ride, definitely. And that mental side has been really, really important for me. Going through surgeries, tearing hamstrings, like it's been a lot. And that will mess with you more mentally. That will mess with you more mentally than it will physically. And like Tobi said, like once you get to the meet, there's not really much more you can do physically to prepare.
It's go time at that point.
Right, at that time it's go time. So, that mental aspect of trying to keep yourself calm, like, some things may work for her that may not work for me. And one thing that has really, really stuck with me throughout my entire track career, my coach always told me, like, do not think and let your body do what it's capable of. You've already put the work in. I can't come here and just, okay, well, now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this extra drill.
Can't switch it up, yeah.
Right, you cannot switch it up in that moment, because for me personally, that's when everything goes wrong. And then if I start thinking too much, I already lost the race before I even step on the line. And, you know, like Tobi had mentioned before, like all that, like, oh, well, you know, she's in my heat and I'm running against this. And like one of my experiences at USA's, I was just like, F it, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm in the heat with Sydney.
I'm
in
the
the heat with
best.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Right, I'm the best.
You here, I'm the best.
Right, you here, I'm here. We all made it to the same place. I'm the best. Like at that point, I just had to be mentally sharp, relaxed, so that I can perform to the best of my ability. So I definitely feel like that mental aspect is super, super, super important. You know, I definitely think it's easier to get physically in shape than it is mentally. Like that is something that you have to work on, whether it be writing, whether it be journaling, whether it be, you know,
Praying.
however you do it, praying, exactly. You know, everyone has their own way, but once you have that mental aspect there, you're gonna succeed in whatever. And those small wins are super, super important. And that also helps in mental aspects. Like I can't go into a meet like, well, I just did this, and this, and focusing on all the bad. Okay, I got to take away some good.
Yeah.
How is that gonna help my mental to help me on the next race or the next day, the next meet? Like, you know, so that's definitely something that I'm still working on myself.
We are working.
Exactly,
Y'all
that's
working.
definitely still something I'm working on myself.
What about you, Maia?
I think the mental aspect is really like, it's there for track and field. That's why I think it's like the hardest sport, to be honest, because I grew up playing basketball, play a little bit of volleyball, soccer, but the mental aspect, I feel like that's what makes track and field so hard. And people just don't understand that. And I just know like when I go into a race, I try not to think. Because
It's
Coach
hard.
Ken
I would
always
think
tells me, he calls it FEAR, it's an acronym, forget everything and just run.
Yes.
So just fear, forget everything and run.
Shout out
So,
Coach Ken.
I like that.
just forget everything and just run, just go out there. And I feel like that's when I perform my best. Like I just literally out there, no thoughts, nothing. I was like, I feel like I was outside my body running. I'm just looking at myself like, oh my God, can you hold this? You got fast, can you hold it? But like
you
that was some of my
yourself.
best runs when I really was not thinking, and I just let my body just go. So yeah, I feel like you can't be out there thinking, especially in sprints. Like it happens so fast, you don't have no time to think.
Yeah.
So fast.
But yeah, mentally, and then like, I feel like if you mentally get really down, it's hard to perform because last season I was so down and I was sad. I couldn't perform that way. I wasn't in the best environment. You know, I feel like I wasn't with people who had my best interests at heart. So I'm really looking forward to this season where I know I have a coach that has my back and he always has my best interests at heart.
As he should.
Yeah, shout out Coach Ken. Man. Shout out Coach Ken. But yeah, I like how y'all can give more light on to the mental aspect. I don't think people really, they don't get to hear us sit down like this. They just see the athlete, they see the posts, they see the races, see the performances and the jumps, and they're like, okay, that's them. But we're giving them a better insight of who we are on the track. But we're going to shift to who we are off the track. We talk about we talk about how much of a balance it is, you know, for all the stuff we have to do. We got weights. Some of us have class.
I know, dude.
Oh yeah, we got class. We got practice. You know, you got all types of meetings and all types of stuff that are related to the athlete side. But who are you guys off the track? Let's start with the world record holder.
Don't ask me.
Tobi, what do you do off the track?
Don't talk to me. Talk to Jesus. Tobi's Tobi on and off the track. The only thing I feel like is different when I'm, you know, not how they're doing crazy stuff is, you know, I just chill. You know, put on my normal tech boots, just chill on the couch, watch my little movie, and talk
What's
about.
your favorite movie?
Bro, I watch anything Nigerian.
Anything Nigerian? I don't
Yeah.
know a Nigerian movie. Give us one.
Go watch the
Show me
Shantytown.
Who?
Shantytown.
Shantytown.
On Netflix.
Shantytown.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's on Netflix? I'm about to go watch it after this.
Asia, how are you off the track?
Off the track. Asia is always doing something. I try to relax. I don't know. I've been a busybody since I was young. But you know, I'm a little TikToker. I be on TikTok. I be on TikTok. I'm doing hair. I'm always doing something to keep my mind stimulated, really. But when I do get the time to just sit back and relax, I'm probably watching shows. I'm watching Harlem right now.
Okay.
I'm watching Harlem right now. It's a real
I've been
good
watching
show.
that one too.
Nice.
Good show. But yeah, other than that, like, you know, I try to just level it out since everything is so hectic in practice and all that stuff. I try not to bring the hectic. Right.
Yeah.
I try not to bring the hecticness home,
Yeah.
but it doesn't always work out that way. So I try to chill, but also try to do things I like, dancing and all that stuff. So
That's what's up. We got a dance in the room. Okay, okay.
that's low mo.
Okay.
I be viral with it on TikTok.
Maia, what about you?
I'm pretty chill, what do I do? I like to play the game. Mainly
We got a gamer over here. We got a gamer over here.
Mainly Fortnite.
Oh, you be on Fortnite?
Yeah, I be on Fortnite.
Oh, we gonna run.
People try to get me on Call of Duty, but
No,
I don't like
Fortnite.
that point of view. I feel like by the time I turn my head, I'm shot. I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
I'm letting the team down. I can't do
Fortnite,
that.
if you see this,
Fortnite.
Gil,
Hook us up.
come on.
I can do another dance move, on y'all system.
Put that emote in there, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
But yeah, I like to play Grand Theft Auto. I love playing Grand Theft Auto.
I ain't played that since middle school.
Hey, I love playing Grand Theft Auto. Fortnite. I got Apex. Apex cool. Mainly
Feel like I
Fortnite.
don't care about y'all movie.
Maia McCoy is a big gamer.
Right? We learned something new.
Like movie woo.
What else I like to do? I like shopping.
Ooh, big
I
time.
Guilty.
I ain't got that much money right now, so I be online window shopping. I be online window shopping.
We need to get our funds up, so if anybody want to sponsor.
Go find me, baby.
Like
Jelly
to get my
broke,
nails done.
Okay.
I used to get my lashes done, but now DIY.
DIY.
Do it yourself.
And it's
That's the
looking
way.
good.
Do this
Right.
myself. If you can see, I made a YouTube channel.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
keeping me a little
Subscribe to her
occupied. Subscribe, need the subscribers
comment,
so I can get
subscribe, all
monetized.
that. Yeah.
And have some money not to online window shop.
Right.
So,
Right.
Okay. On my show, I like to throw in a spicy question.
Here we go.
Yeah, we can go down to my first.
We gonna start with Maia.
We can
Look,
start
I'm in the
with Maia.
middle. I go second every time.
Look, all of y'all are beautiful ladies. Y'all are on the track. Y'all be on them Instagram pages, the beautiful ballers, all that. Y'all be on TikTok, everywhere. They see y'all. And I know them guys shooting. But the question that I have, and it's a good one. Could you date or marry a man that makes less money than you?
Ooh. Coming in hot.
I thought y'all, okay. You starting with Tobi?
we starting
I don't think I can because, I've been told that I'm very high maintenance
Ooh,
You already window shopping.
and bougie.
Ain't no boy.
So I don't think I'm bougie though, by the way. People
Be
keep saying
bougie
that.
and proud.
You really think I'm bougie?
Be bougie
No,
and proud.
You better wear that crown
going.
good.
I feel
Keep
like
going.
I'm very down to earth, but yeah, I don't think I can. But to be honest, he would have to be very, very poor to have less money than me. But yes, I'm just used to being spoiled too. Like my dad just sets the standard high, so like you gotta come with it. My dad give me everything I want.
Better
So I'm
come
gonna
correct.
need.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, dad ain't gonna always be here, so
That's right.
somebody
I like that.
She said, "Little daddy ain't always gonna be here."
not. So
All right, Asia.
Zoe, I'm gonna say yes, but
She's doing it for the camera, y'all.
no, I'm not. I would say yes, but like you can't stay at that level
You gotta have.
forever.
You
I
have to
need
be
you to have
ambitious.
some type of right. I need you to be ambitious, have some type of goals to eventually either get where I'm at or pass me.
Yeah.
I would spoil myself. If you're not gonna get it, I'm gonna get it if I want it.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I'm gonna leave you eventually if I don't get spoiled.
like I'm not too worried about your money unless that's where you want to stay. Because if that's where you want to stay, then you gotta go. Other than that, because I have. So.
Oh, I definitely have, but I leave
have.
eventually, like I mentioned.
Exactly. There was no forward motion, no ambition. They just like staying where they're at. So
Yeah.
not really.
Got you. Tobi.
Not there.
For me, honestly, I'll go by what my dad tells me every time. As long as y'all can feed yourself, right? Take care of the kids, right? We great, but you better come correct, boy.
You better come with it.
6 figures or nothing above. So
You better
figures,
come
and
with
you heard
it.
that.
That's
You
like
heard that.
just kidding,
That's
y'all.
what the girl said.
I'm gonna give you time.
Yeah.
Whatever I can get for myself, you
Right.
better know you can get it times 2, or you better not come.
But I'm gonna give
You
you
know,
time.
I'm talking about.
I'm gonna give you a little time.
We ain't got time to be hustling over here.
I got
I
you.
need them
After
ballers.
that,
I'm joking, but
where the
as
ball
long
is
as you can take care
at.
of me, my kids, we straight. I got you. We got each other, you know? But don't come
As long as
broke,
you
though.
trying.
Come broke,
Right?
Come broke.
If you
City
helping
girls over
paying
here.
bills, city girl. I don't want to be a city girl.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Did you say that?
All right, girls. On my show, we got this thing called the Dropbox question. So I got one
Don't
for
ask
each of
me
y'all.
crazy questions.
No. Toby, we starting with you. Okay, for y'all that don't know, I should have said this at the beginning, but you get it now. Toby is the world record holder
Whoa.
in the hurdles. She's also a world champion, and she's
Big
just
T.
great. She's just the best. Great.
I'm trying.
Toby, so we want to know, how was that feeling breaking the world record?
That was the moment of, did I just do that? But yeah, it was months, years, and crazy amount of training and hard work that people saw in 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Sweats, tears, outbreaks, verge of quitting literally every other year. And, seeing it unfold in that moment with my coach in the stands was just, Maia, we did it. Yeah. It was just crazy, but it was a moment of God can still do something even when you're broken and you feel like it's over. Because 2022 was supposed to be like my quit year. If you've listened to a lot of my interviews, it was that year I was like, if something don't go right this year, it's a wrap, And I felt like that was what actually got me into doing my master's, because I was looking forward to what if the season don't go right, In as much as we want to do great things, God, approves whatever thing we want to do. But then it's more of, I've been putting the work, showing up every other year, and it's like fought. So I was just tired. Like, if God don't want to show up here, I can as well do something else with my energy. So it was just a moment of, I want to quit, and God just showed up miraculously. And it was just a huge moment for myself, my coach, my family, and everyone who supported me.
So when you hit a milestone like that, what's the next goal?
It's stressful. I was telling Asia the other day when we had repeat 200, and I was going crazy fast with the pace.
Oh, yes. Miss Ma'am, over here.
I just kept apologizing. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
And I was like, go ahead, girl, come in.
So sorry. Because I wasn't supposed to go that fast, but I knew I'm here. Everybody wants to come break my record, and I'm like, I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
So I just kept apologizing, like, I'm so sorry, the pace is fast, but I gotta push it.
You gotta push it.
But yeah, like, you up there is like, everybody wants to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to give up that sport. It's like, my motivation is just double up after whatever feat I attained last year, and it was like, I'm just gonna push my body, not overly push it and then break down, but I'm gonna do better than what I did last year. That's why when I come to practice some days, I'm like, I did 27 last year. I'm gonna see what I do today.
You told me every day.
Every day, I'm like,
day.
I did this last year. Let me see what I can do, And then when coach calls the time and I'm looking at this split, I'm like, oh, these girls don't know what's coming,
Coming in hot.
I say it every time, and it's like, oh yeah, today's a great day. If I was better than what I did last year, this year it's like, oh, these girls don't know what's coming. But then I still try to, stay calm, even though the pressure is like up there. You show up at any meet, and it's like, oh, the world record holder. I'm like, chill out. It's just another meet.
Right.
Yeah.
This is Tobi, so I don't let the pressure get to me. I just kind of, stay focused, do what I need to do at practice to stay on the top, and basically.
That's what's up. That's real right there. All right, Asia, we're going over to you. You're one of many athletes out here, some like Mary Beth St. Price or Leigh Johnson, who are unsponsored right now and still able to perform. How do you stay motivated without having that support of a brand right now?
And surprisingly, I get that question a lot, especially since people are not as educated on our sport. How like the NFL has a draft and all that stuff. We are still able to compete as an unattached athlete without a sponsorship, which is a blessing because for me, track have found a love for the sport because I've literally danced my entire life. I really didn't take track serious until probably like my junior year of high school. Unfortunately, I ended up getting hurt. I tore my ACL. So like we were talking about with that mental aspect, like that definitely took a super, super toll on me for some years. I really didn't feel like myself or the athlete that I once was, or even better than the athlete I once was, until my junior year of college. And COVID hit, you know, it was a whole lot of things going into that. And like even how Tobi mentioned, like she wanted to quit. Like there was a point in time where like my last year at my other school, it was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Like I'm not running how I want to. I'm not performing how I want to. My mental's not where I want it to be. And then once I had the opportunity to transfer to Auburn, and what I was able to accomplish last year, I told myself, like, this is my last year collegiately. I got to do something. Like I can't come here and just be another person on the track running. That's not going to be acceptable for me. So I did everything that I set out to do. Maybe not in full of what I wanted, but I made it to nationals. I became an All-American, and running track, thank you. You know, running track professionally has always been a dream of mine. It's been something that I've wanted to do, and I set my mind to doing. So when I put my mind to something, I'm gonna put 100%, 110%, and put my foot forward with my best foot. So my motivation for not being sponsored at the moment, because I knew I wasn't coming out of my season last year, is really just my family. My mom, my dad, my sisters, everybody's such big supporters. You know, they always tell me, like, I can't wait to see you on TV. I can't wait to see you in the Olympics. Like, and to me, like, that touches me very deep. Like, I want to make my family proud. I want to make people that I don't even know tell me, like, you know, I want to see you do great things. Like, I want to make them proud, but I also want to make myself proud, because I know there's a lot more that I can accomplish as far as the talent I have in this sport. And I proved myself that last year. I went from running 59 to 56. Like that's a big jump, especially in my event. And it being, you know, one of the hardest events on the track, I've proved myself that I belong there.
Yeah, I like that. All right, Maia, you're the last one. So out of all of us in this group, you're the only one to do all your years in the SEC. You went to Tennessee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ball, VFL.
Yeah. You went to
Ball
Tennessee.
for life.
Everybody knows the reputation the SEC has. How do you feel like being in that conference prepared you to go to the next level?
SEC does a great job of preparing you for the next level, because SEC, you got to run your ASS off almost every single
meet. It is a championship.
Yes, it's like a championship every meet. Everybody is so good on the SEC level. Most people who were in the SEC, they go pro. So like the people you see that was professional, they used to be SEC athletes as well.
Yeah, I was on the CSM.
It's okay. I said most of them, not all of them, not all of them. But the SEC, they definitely prepare you for that, because you have to be on point every single meet. Like the SEC championships, it's always 5 fast times coming out of SEC championships, like it's the NCAAs. Mm-hmm. So you get an SEC medal, that's as good as the NCAA medal to me. I don't know about other people, but to me, like, that's just as good. So I'm proud of my SEC medals.
As you should be.
Hey, we in the SEC now. Y'all know what's going to happen.
I can't wait for this weekend.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all,
Woo,
man.
I can't wait for this weekend.
Hey, the crew going to show out. Don't you worry. SEC, Big Auburn, we coming. So y'all stay tuned for what we got.
Hard. Right.
War Eagles, you know what I'm saying?
all
War
day.
No, War Eagles, volunteer coach.
Hey girls, I appreciate y'all being on the show. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on every platform. Yes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the end of season 1. We're going to catch y'all for season 2. We out.
Peace out.